in Utah when I was a boy, everybody knew what a downwinder was. We were the anti-nuclear capital of the world. I was an autistic kid. My father was a drafted United States Marine, an incredible man. I come from an incredible family. My uncle stood on Omaha Beach on D-Day. I grew up on a huge ranch out by the lake. He was a beautiful, incredible person. He was at Pendleton, combat ready, and they were human guinea pig. They were marched into the trenches in Nevada. They're called atomic veterans. He nearly died at the blast. Between 1951 and 1968, we had 300 open-air tests. Well, as different scientists started to write about this, Wallace Stegner was at the University of Utah at the time. I got to know him. Edward Abbey was hanging around there. I got to know him. I got to know all these environmentalists, and I was an environmentalist, and it was a passionate, intense subject matter there.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Gate 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. Gate 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. They'll be calling you a radical. May God have mercy on all of your souls.
Nuclear power was evolving. We were promised, oh, this can't happen. It will never happen. We cannot have a meltdown.
Well, good morning. Pacific genocide time. Bear with me. Me and my grandson are just walking to his little school. I'm almost there. Got to drop him off. This is his big school. This is his first grade. Third grade already? I didn't know 4-year-olds in third grade. So, anyway, we got a lot to talk about. We got some big breaking news out of Idaho, of all places. We've got some good news coming out of Australia. You know, we've got a few good things happening for us. We've got no media. You know, alternative media is not your friend, by the way. And I'm going to talk a lot about alternative media not being your friend. And alternative media has done more damage than mainstream media to you. And I'm going to really dive into that. You know, we've got Cecil Andrews, the ex-governor of Idaho, the old elder, who I know has filed suit against the nuclear cartel. He filed a lawsuit, and I'm going to dive into this. It's about time. We finally got one guy stood up. You know, you remember Frank Church? He stood up. They're all rolling over right now. But Cecil Andrews is still alive and well and very active, and he's filed suit against the Department of Energy and their nuclear wind, they call it. They're Latin. He's dug in. He's been doing a lot of work on this, and I'm going to dive into what's going on with the nuclear cartel and this globalist regime they're using with the nuclear cartel. So let me get him in here to his school. You know, that's who we're fighting for, these kids, you know, these hair-sprayed politicians, this generation that we have. We'll talk about the political theater, how bad it's gone in this country. I mean, it's horrible what's happening. Come on. Hold on. What's the matter? Uh-oh. He's mad. Get over here. What, you going to stay outside? All right. Then I'll just see ya. I'm not being mean. He's mad. There's a road right there. Yeah, raising these kids. You know, it never ends, does it? That's what we have to do. Open the gate. Come on, let's see if you can open it. Okay, Grandpa will do it. I'll do it. I'll open it. I bet you can't open it. Be nice. He's nice. These kids. All right, let's see you do it. Come on. Come on, Grandpa's got to go. Yeah, so it's amazing the things that I end up doing at my age, raising children. Well, isn't that the world we live in? What, 60-something% of grandparents are raising at least one child. So, yeah, my daughter's responsible, but the father sure isn't. Isn't that the way it goes? Why would he? Come on, we got to go. Your teacher's waiting for you. Let's see if you got your friends. Let's go before you get in trouble. You're going to get in trouble. No, you didn't. Yeah, brother. Come on. Sorry about that. I mean, do you want to talk to these guys on the phone? It's a pretty song you're singing. I never heard you cry like this. How come you're singing? I'm not being mean. Come on, let's go. Your teacher's waiting for you. Well, I got a disaster on my hands here. This is... Let's go. You're going to get in trouble now. I got a maniac here today. You better be good. Wow. Sorry about that. This is the world I live in. This is what I'm up against, everything. Because people are so irresponsible. So it's just like, everything else in my life, everything in the world, I do all the dirty work. It's amazing to me because irresponsible parenting, yeah. My daughter's responsible, but, trying to work, raise a child, it's unbelievable. We've dealt our children a such a horrible blow, economically. So, really, you think about it. You're 20-something years old. What are you going to do? For coffee? We've gutted this place economically. They have their future's gone. Because it's we bought my car, really? We've got their economic future. Their economic future in the United States, they have no economic. Why do you think they're all going to school? They're going to school because there are no jobs. For instance, in San Diego, I want to beg the wolves of San Diego. We go to San Diego, and you're born and raised San Diego. You're born and raised San Francisco. You're born and raised any place there. Born and raised in New York City. So, you're young 20s. You want to get out on your own, do what you do. You're 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, whatever. Raise student tuition to the point what's insane. For instance, Cal Berkeley. You say, oh, that's private. No, it's not. They draw all their wealth up the taxpayer's dime. $40,000 a year for residency. So you got a chance. You want to educate yourself, which academia is a pathetic joke anyway, but they want to do something with their lives. Of course, it's human nature. You want to better yourself. So you got two choices. You go in debt so far it's insane, or you don't go. Or if you do go, I guess some kind of an elitist, you think you are. Oh, my parents are this. My parents, we go to Stanford, Harvard, which has turned into a false equivalency, elitist bunch of creeps, really running the whole nuclear cartel. So these people have no jobs, so they become homeless. Contemporary, normal people, young people in San Diego, have your own place where you grew up. Get out. That's what, because why? Because the baby boomers were born with a silver spoon up their ass, have moved into San Diego, the new Florida, California, the new Florida. Come in here and build your big ugly stack on the road to match it. We don't like looking at these homeless. We paid $1 million for this house that they extorted. You know, they just lotteried. You know, the baby boomers. What a pathetic bunch. So they're changing the rules. They're lobbying all over San Diego, California to get the homeless out of there. So they've all went to Santa Cruz, by the way. When I was walking on the one, which I walked, I think, oh, amazing. You get to Santa Cruz, you get to Monterey, you get up through there. I mean, thousands, many, many thousands of homeless people, cars, in the woods, all over. It's amazing what we've done. It's unbelievable. It's a mess. American society is America. United States society is a hideous mess right now. So back to Idaho. You know, that's where my grandparents are from. That's where my mom's from. I live on the Idaho border. It's a big deal around here. I've been fighting what we call the Western Initiative for nuclear. I've been battling it. Nobody will stand up. You know, here I am doing all the dirty work. I've been going to KUTV, KSL, come on, let's go up there to Idaho and do a story. You know, I'm going to head up there today. I think I'm going to do an interview up there with some media. We'll see. I'll believe it when I see it. They're such liars. You know, they can't hang. You know, it's all about their advertisers, the tail wagging the dog, and it's all the passive aggressive. So this Western Initiative nuclear, which is hijacked, it isn't the shakedown and the scam. They've got all these through the state of Idaho, through Utah, through Oregon, through all these places. They've got a bunch of money, and it's coming through your utility bills. In Utah, we call it AMPS, which was for clean energy, which responsibly, that's what people want. So what did they do? Instead of putting that wind and solar, now get this. Solar in most of the United States, including the United States, Utah. Utah is we have more sunlight than any state in the United States besides Nevada. We're in the desert. We have 300 sunlight days a year, usually more than that. We have a huge swath of landscape. We could have everything be solar overnight. Solar's so cheap, and people say, oh, don't. And of course it works. You can't store it? Yes, you can. You know, the storage freaking has been available for decades. It's there. People using it all over. So they lobby inside the Utah State Legislature. I'm down there battling on my own, educating them. They buy them. That's how they do this. They use money, and they buy these people. So as they buy these people, they got it into the Utah law that if you switch, you can't go off the grid. Okay, and if you do switch, they charge you $12,000. That's right. So hook up, $12,000. You know, by the way, our utility bills are so cheap here anyway. You know, as far as utility bills, I should say, our electric bills. Our natural gas bills are outrageous. They're a shakedown. You know, because why? Natural gas is so abundant and so grotesquely cheap. How come our bills aren't? Because they deregged the whole industry. So, Idaho, the ex-governor, Cecil Andrews, you know, let's remember, our governor died of leukemia, Scott Masson. These people were anti-nuclear. They understood the 350 open-air test. They understand. So, I've been battling. This is what they're doing at Atomic City, Idaho, which I worked right there. I worked in Challis for a while when I was young. You know, my grandparents' ranch is up there. Atomic City right there. The first accident in 1959, right about the same time as Santa Susana. And if you don't know what Santa Susana is, that major nuclear disaster that happened in Southern California, look it up. That was July 1st, 1959, and then it burned out in major catastrophe. Is it the greatest nuclear catastrophe accident in the history of the United States? Oh, hell no. No, the major nuclear catastrophe in the United States was 350 open-air tests. The nuclear industry in Nevada. That's the major thing. But Idaho had one too, the first one. They had to peel the guy off the roof. They had a leak and they had an accident up there. Now, Paul, Mike, really close friend, he was born and raised there. Well, I'll tell you, he's a little boy, and then he lived here, right there. You know, he got leukemia the same time I did. He passed the same time. Our hospital is plumb full of people from Idaho. I live on the Idaho border. So they know. They knew. They don't know now. So get this. It's written into law. Cecil Andrews knows he's the one that got it into law, Utah state law, because the feds were trying to dump all this nuclear waste all over us here. Energy Solutions dump site, I mean, out here at Clive, as you know, I protest. So they got this money, so they come up, and the congressional act, Price Anderson, just makes you fund it. It's free money. They all know it. It's free money. The Department of Energy, which is the giant evil cabal. I mean, you go to Washington, D.C., you know, as I've been there many times, and you go to the Department of Energy. I've been in there many times. They got a little secret door. The building is 5 times the size of the Department of Agriculture, 10 times the Department of the Treasury. It's the biggest facility. I mean, and it's free money, you know, from you, the taxpayer. They know this. So they got it through. So they got all this free money. So the Congressional Act says specifically, number one, the waste has to go on Yucca Mountain. How come it's not when Congress passed that? Because this country's corrupt. You have presidents who now use executive orders, who think that they're kings. Clinton, Bush, you know, especially Bush. Now Obama thinks he's king. Executive order. So now it's happening at the state level. Dirty Herbie, our governor, the governor and the attorney generals. Let's talk about the corruption of the attorney general's office in the state of Utah and the corruption in Idaho. Okay, so the governor up there calls himself Otter. Don't you think that's amazing? You know, he's one of the most... He supports anybody who kills the ocean, kills freaking the otters, and he calls himself Otter. You know, if there's any justice, they'll all get freaking leukemia. You know, so this guy, the state law is very specific in Idaho. It's very specific in Oregon. It's very specific, and it does not allow it. Can't come here. So I'm down inside the Utah State Legislature. These governors think they're kings. They're just overriding. And when Obama flew here to Utah, and I'm the only one that protests, I'm the only one that gets it in the state. I'm the only one that understands this. What that was all about, Governor Herbie understands it. You know, some of the hierarchy of the Mormon church, they sure understand it. You know, it's money. Here's some money. He came here because they're trying to build a nuclear, look, this is private. Okay, so the nuclear waste becomes privatized by, which really isn't private, by Westinghouse. Westinghouse was bought by Toshiba, which is General Electric. So these companies, $6,000 for less than a gram. That's what it's going for on the exchange. Plutonium. These are plutonium ores. So they want to build an exchange. They know this waste is everywhere. They know it's valuable. They know they moxie fuel, and as long as they keep this fear economy and the military-industrialized fear complex rolling, you'll just keep building more, which is against the law again, Oak Ridge, Tennessee, Megan Rice. And I'm going to explain some things about Megan Rice, too, and plowshares, you know, and my activism. I knew Megan's mother much better than Megan. And, you know, the plowshares, you know, and I'll say it just like she told me at the potluck, Kevin, you sure freaking set us in our place. I says, yeah, you don't think I know what I'm up to? Because you got to realize plowshares has gone on this ridiculous babbling rant that they're anti-nuclear bomb, but they're pro-nuclear energy. I knew that. Why do you think I went all in? Her mother, Madeline Rice, was anti-nuclear everything like they all were. She says, you type it, you know, and I said, when you guys going to wake up and realize nuclear energy is nuclear bombs? They're the exact same industry. She says, boy, you've taught me that. And I said, well, hello. She claims that it was divine intervention did that with me. You know, who knows? I don't know. But so the state laws prohibit it. How are they going to back her? So I'm in the legislature, you know, politicking, and this is called New Scale. They're a company out of Oregon, this little weasel, passive-aggressive rat like they all are, who's making millions of dollars off you, the taxpayer, that something's against federal law, it's against state law. They know that. But they got just by a governor. You know, look at Obama. He takes McKinley, assassinated president, off a freaking mountain without a crime. I mean, executive order are these kings. They think they're kings. Dirty Herbie doesn't even have a college degree. That king thinks he's something else. These guys are, one-party politics. They jerry-rig the districts. They know there's no political process. You think there's political process in Idaho? Who's the linchpin in Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah? The Mormon Church. They make the choices who the governor is going to be, who the senators are going to be. Now, there's no political process. Democrat has a snowball's chance in hell. Then, you can go the same thing on the opposite in other places. Red pill, blue pill. They know that. They know that in the closed primaries in Idaho and Utah, they choose them behind closed doors. These are puppets. They freaking corrupt puppets for money. They buy them. Dirty Herbie's been bought. Lock, stock, barrel. So I'm telling him inside, I was talking to state legislators. I'm lobbying inside there. I go behind the stairs, and there's NewScale with a meeting, a propaganda host for all their vendors inside the people's house, the taxpayer's house, during the legislature, which is against the law. It's illegaler than hell what they're doing. That's illegal lobbying. It's illegal. I catch them, video it. She tells me, have you seen Pandora's Promise? She calls the police on me. I tell the police, well, let's see who goes. I'm an AML leukemia survivor, seventh generation. I'm just exercising my First Amendment rights in the public house. And she's war profiteering. She needs to go. Who went? Me or her? Oh, no, she went. They're rats. She says, this is the propaganda that we're up against. This is the corruption. So in Idaho, it's against the law. We know, he's quoting FOIA documents in the lawsuit. We know, come on. We've been digging this from day one. We know how corrupt that whole system. They don't care about FOIA documents. They don't care about any of it. Ask Barbara Boxer's office. Barbara Boxer's office grills Allison McFarland, head of the Nuclear Regulatory Committee. You could see that. She's going crazy. Why do you think Barbara Boxer's backed out? She filed suit. Barbara Boxer filed suit. I was due to speak on the Hill in the fall of 2013. Yeah, we got it through. Lobbyists, we worked our ass off as grassrooters who do all the dirty work. We worked our ass off to get congressional hearings on Fukushima. And they tied it together on the San Onofre meltdown. And the way, all together. It was all together. Under the Patriot Act, a week before, I was headed there, they pushed it under. Barbara Boxer's office goes crazy. I've talked to many of her staffers over and over and over. I talk to them all the time. They go in there, and Barbara Boxer says they deny him. The NRC has power over Congress? That's what they told her. And she goes on this rant, says, I'm going to sue them, I'm going to go crazy. Stand down. That's how powerful the nuclear cartel is. When they override Congress, when they override a congressional committee who has all the powers of the Constitution, when they can override the Constitution, mission accomplished. The Patriot Act on Balco, they just use the Patriot Act. That's all they have to do. It's written into the Patriot Act that anything nuclear, it's written into Price-Anderson, it's written into the freaking 1959, the IAA, the All Roads Lead to Vienna, override the UN. They've got total control. This is a globalist freaking regime, and anybody who's going to be any power has to understand the globalist regime. Why do you think Barry was propped up? They know that it's all nuclears. It's the great control mechanism for their globalist ways. They know it's the easiest free money. They know it's the greatest way to extort and freaking threaten. Why do you think the wars are going on? Chernobyl plutonium wars. So I'm lobbying down there, and I'm telling state senators, because they're all one-party politics, look, do you understand about this, Western? They have no clue. They're trying to slide it through a water bill. They're trying to freaking take a pipeline from Lake Powell to Kane County so they can get a nuclear reactor. All they want is a licensing. This is all shakedown. I says, no, this is, and so they're like, what? There's no answer for the waste. They're never getting that through. But see, they're doing it on ignorance. They know that no media will cover it. Here's the problem. No media will cover it. KSL's bought lock, stock, and barrel. They're not media. So then they got the so-called alternative theory, R2, and they'll passive-aggressive, put Kevin Camps or, one of these, they know that, or Chris Busby or Helen Caldecott. Well, they won't use Helen. She'll go on around. But they'll use Busby, they'll use Kevin Camps, or they'll use Arnie Gundershield, which they know they work for the nuclear cartel. So alternative is really the problem. So they use this softball false equivalency to take you right down this rabbit hole. Go buy some gold, buy some guns, some silver, and it'll save you. So really, who's the enemy? Alternative media is your enemy. It is your logical reasoning, which I've been. Then they got the fear porn that goes on, get you the shiny ball, go catch the stick rover. So it's against state law. And I'm telling them whatever, and, if you want to get through, change the law. Let the people vote. Let's have some media. The best activism I think I ever did was by default. Blue Castle, which I've been battling, trying to get a nuclear reactor. By the way, you could see videos of me in the Utah State Capitol. The guy who is Blue Castle, Aaron Tilton and these guys, these crooks, that's them, looking right at me. I got the camera right on him, confrontating right there. They fear me. I don't fear them. They got all the money. I'm not afraid of them. They know it. They're afraid of me. You ought to see them when they see me. Their hair stands up in hairspray. They're scared to death of me. I'm not scared of them. And so I'm like, hello? So why I'm dying of leukemia with a central line, I'm in the throes of my worst times. Going on 4 years like the night's next Saturday. So I'm in the throes of it. They start their advertising campaign on the propaganda mouthpiece. KUTV is the new KSL. And so both of them, Blue Castle, a bunch of Blue Castle, with these, butterflies flying out of reactors. You know how they play. So I'm doing on YouTube, Blue Castle. Nobody knows what Blue Castle is. It's going to backfire. I got them. I'm very, very sick. I'm going in and out of coma at the time. So I'm putting them up. My doctor, Fimbo, knows what I'm up to. He's very supportive. He's bringing me. He's anti-nuclear, but they can't speak out. This is the power again of the nuclear industry. What HIPAA, they pass through what you can't talk. The doctors can't talk about cancer rates. They can't talk about anything. They'll arrest them. They want to talk. They can't. This is the power, what they've been able to do through their cartel. Money for life. So I put up these videos about Blue Castle, and so people are going to them and Googling Blue Castle. There are very few that, the very tiny few that are conscious. The rest are unconscious in this whole country, especially this state. And they're like, holy shit, look at this. Look at this. Wow. And so they didn't know. They pulled their advertising. I daggered that freaking thing. Of course, then this heel gets in because, they're a bunch of Southern Californians here. They do fundraising and false equivalency and hello, hi, clean clothes and oxymoron. The false equivalency should be freaking right. And in Oregon, Mimi's been up there battling, but you know how it is in Oregon. They smoke so much weed, they go freaking lay in their freaking, contemporary freaking bars in Eugene and they're passed out. They're so stoned, and they folded up origami and eat Ben & Jerry's ice cream, they can't get anything done. They're beyond pathetic. The place that should be the loudest is the quietest, origami. So that's what this is being headed at. It's called New Scale. It's illegal. So in Idaho, it's against the law. In Utah, it's against the law. It's Oregon, it's against the law. They don't care about the law. They don't care about the law. I think I lost you guys. Am I still here? I don't know. I think we maybe got cut off. What I'm up against, the rats, the trolls, everything against me. I've been thinking about the last few days. Identity theft happened to me. People piling on. I predicted it when I went to Europe. I'm like, I won't be able to guard my site. These guys are going to bait in, try to shirt tail, coat tail, do everything, and then they're going to freaking do what they do. And they're going to try to destroy. These guys have piled on me like freaking sickening wolves. I'm up against so much on my own. You want to talk an island I stand on? Wow. It's amazing to me. So, it's against state law. Are we still there, Jules? Sounds like we're not. So it's against state law. They got it through anyway. Because they're kings. Well, they think they got it through. He's filed suit in the Department of Energy. He should be filing suit against the state of freaking the governor in Idaho. Not going by you. They want to change this, then change the law. Let the legislature vote on it. Let the people speak. We have a a legislative process here. Use it. You can't just be one guy. Now, we have one guy, and I could prove the collusion that's going on in Utah. There's a guy named Rusty. Believe it or not, the radioactive, we have an agency in Utah that's supposed to protect this. I could prove the collusion he's got with Energy Solutions. Their stock goes from $35 to $350 a share, delisted. Wow. It's amazing what we're up against. So he supposedly public hearings earlier this year when I get back from my walk I knew I was headed out there. Oh, we back them out. Because they're trying to slide back because they were getting media attention. They knew me. I was showing up. They know how I roll. They've watched me in these hearings and these meetings for years. Decades. They know how I go. They know I have a YouTube camera. They know I'll expose them. So there's collusion going on. Energy Solutions, the private company, this is so corrupt and so dirty. It's like the San Alfred generator got parked here. This is all tied together. It's corrupt. It's the most corrupt thing in the world. It's not alternative. It's not clean. Just like alternative media is not alternative. It's not clean. It's just ignorance. It's people exploiting death for profit, like Huntsman does. The luxury good of death. And people are so arrogant, they don't think it'll happen to them. When I'm in LDS in the Bone Marrow Transplant Center, I'm in there. There is one of the Idaho state legislators whose wife's in there fighting for her life. And we're talking about it over and over, he and I. I'm like, well, it's going to bring jobs. And I said, no, it's not. They just lie and say that. It's not going to bring jobs. It's going to bring a small shell of a company of people there. They don't employ anybody. You ever been in a nuclear reactor? They're shells. They don't have anybody who works for them. It's a cartel. It's a shakedown. So Bill Clinton gets $40 million to his gig by the president of Kazakhstan. They want to set it up, and they want to base it in Kazakhstan and Utah. And they're going to work it out of Idaho, Atomic City, because they already have it there. Their apparatus is already set there. It's a shakedown. Scam. It's about wealth. It's about billions and billions and billions of free money. It's dirty, filthy. It's uranium mines. We have a uranium mine in southern Utah that's been on fire for 70 years. It's disgusting. It's murder. So she dies inside the hospital, his wife. So then I go to my uncle's funeral, and there's a guy I know that he's one of the state legislators, and we start talking. His wife had died of leukemia not very long ago, and he's still going to vote for it. And I says, well, why don't you get it to the people? And they never did have a vote, just like Andrew's lawsuit says. They're lying. They're not doing what they said they're going to do. So what they do is they get their toe in the door, Energy Solutions don't say, and then who's going to watch? I mean, really, they know that. They know there's absolutely no responsible media. They know they're a lazy media. They can put anything out on the wire and just regurgitate it. Anything. I mean, it's outrageous. But they do it. They go for it. So they just throw it out there. Because there is no investigative journalism. Amazing what I've been able to do with this YouTube channel, the investigative journalist that I do. Where I go, what I've been inside there, exposing this over and over. I'm in Vienna fighting just this. The decision made at the IAEA. That's where they headed the Snakes Act. It's at Livermore, California, at Cal Berkeley, and it's there. Ernie, MIT Media Lab. Abe, he shows up there. I mean, it's outrageous how they're playing this. They're looting you. They're killing you. Is it eugenics? No, there's no doubt it's eugenics. But the governors don't know that. They're too stupid. These guys at the top know that. If you don't believe me, Google John Holdren, head of the Science and Technology team for the Obama administration. Written book after book on eugenics. He's a eugenicist. What a way to eugenics the populace through nuclear fallout. It's a way to threaten people. It's a way to extort billions. I mean, the taxpayer funds it. I cannot overstate this. A nuclear reactor takes upwards of 10 times the nuclear power to run it than it produces. How is that possible? It's insanity, right? Price Anderson, that's how. The IAEA hijacked the UN in 1959. That's how. It's free money through the freaking 350 million taxpayers. Oh, I'm not going to pay taxes. Yes, you are. It's all usury taxes. Every time you buy something, you're paying taxes. They want to tax the air. I mean, and then you guys say, oh, we'll go do our carbon tax. Carbon tax is a good thing. No, you're just willing to. I mean, again, false equivalency. Alternative media has fucked you so hard, it's unbelievable. Look, they were telling you to buy up all this silver was going to save you from this fucking horrible fucking printing of money. At 35, 37, Max Kaiser, buy gold, Alex Jones, RT, false equivalency, let's put up Chris Busby. RT's interviewed me so many times, it's unbelievable. And yeah, they put me up as long as I'm screaming and yelling about social inequality. As soon as I mention Fukushima, zip, got boom, boom. Because they're in on it too. Putin's freaking, I mean, it's all, there's so much money to be had there. They know it. The Clintons are in on it. Hillary Westinghouse stands right, Czechoslovakia. The Czech Republic. Threatens him. You'll break the contract. They're just fighting over who's going to get all the money. Same thing's going in Syria. They're colonializing the world through nuclearism. It's their new weapon. It's the most dirty, filthy energy source in the history of mankind. The Pacific Ocean's dying. What's Fukushima? That's all you got to say. One word, Fukushima. They just look at you. You know how many people in Idaho were mass murdered from Fukushima? The only place in the United States who issued a warning at Fukushima was Boise, Idaho. issued a warning on water. Don't drink it. I talked to that guy's son. They're the only ones. Now we know that the Wasatch of Utah, Idaho, that region got hammered with Fukushima. We know we had a major leukemia outbreak right there after. I got leukemia after. I got sick in October of 2011, like so many people. We know there was a major outbreak. We know now that, well, we knew then. I knew then. The jet stream was flowing over us, and the fucking mapping's showing that the Wasatch of Utah took the heavy hit. Then they just decided to push into the Pacific Ocean, which they're still doing, pushing into the Pacific Ocean. West Fukushima, the Pacific Ocean's dying right in your face. Great ecological catastrophe in the western United States, killing the trees, killing the animals, killing the freaking chickens, killing the freaking sheep. You know, they're in their pen. And at the same time, they're propagating more of the same death illegally. So outrageous. I'm so frustrated. I've never been so frustrated with my activism. I'm so frustrated because popular opinion, contemporary sheep, everybody's gone along. You know, Mary right here at KUTV, she got cancer. You know, and I talked to her. I'm like, all you want to do is talk about the what? Because you had breast cancer and you lived? Well, lose your breast? What about all of them that died? Why don't you talk about the cause? Conflict Chemical Energy Solutions dump site. You know? Governor Andrews knows. He knows. You know, he's an old elder. He knows the path. He knows about Atomic City. He knows about Santa Susana. He knows about the 350 open-air tests. He knows about the atomic Marines. It's outrageous that I have to do the dirty work. You know, we have no media. And then what have we done with alternative media? When YouTube, it used to be tough to freaking upload stuff to YouTube. It used to be hard work, dirty hard work to get anything up. Now it's click of a button. So what have we had? Everybody's got a fear porn freaking AdSense account. By the way, those AdSense accounts, Google just fucks you. You're not making any money. The only people making any money is, you know, music videos get fucking, 100 million views. So they just fuck you. And so everybody's a YouTube fucking fear porn guru with an AdSense account. They slaughtered this fucking genre. They did, and then, you know, these PR firms just go at us. Then you got these fucking false equivalent rats behind a keyboard who never did any activism in their fucking life. Just going at you. Non-stop. Look, yeah, I use a YouTube camera, and I use social media fucking every chance I get, but that's not me. I'm an artist. I'm an in-the-streets fucking activist. I mean, fuck, the places I go, the things I do. I mean, lobby fucking constantly in the Utah State Legislature, talking to people constantly, educating people constantly. You know, I'll be in Idaho today fucking educating people, talking to people. You know, look, this is a big fucking deal. This is your life. You've traded in, you think, oh, we're not going to get cancer. Yes, you are. You know, trading in fucking the ecology, trading in your fucking genetic fucking DNA, for what? To make some assholes some money? And you've been fooled? The propaganda, I mean, Pandora's promised that guy should be put in jail for that propaganda filth, all paid for by the nuclear cartel. These guys got PR firms from hell. Edelman in Canada fucking went after me. I mean, they choose every dirty trick in the and then they got the fucking friendship baiters. They'll fucking come in. They're going to be the next Helen Caldecott. They'll fucking try to coattail and play everything. Good luck. Who wants to be? This hairspray passive-aggressive alternative media is murdering you. Go buy your gold, your guns, your fucking silver, and get your bunker is fucking the worst thing you could ever done. You know, they don't talk about enlightening your life. You know, oh, you see some iodine tablets, some cannabis chemtrails will save you. No, it won't. This is a strong fight. You know, it's about your health. Fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, walking. You know, the solid fight, understanding these freaking, staying out of the rain when it's freaking coming over you. You know, stopping the nuclear industry from fucking killing us all. Getting the waste off San Onofre and shut down. Out Diablo Canyon, off that cliff, and get it into fucking Yucca Mountain. Develop some kind of program, maybe shoot it in space. There's no fucking good answers. Fucking, there's no good. I'll tell you what's a bad idea is nuclear. It's against the fucking law. We signed treaties to fucking stop making nuclear weapons and all that to get rid of them. Yet they're still making them in Oak Ridge. They're still boxing fuel behind my house. They're still at Atomic City in Idaho. They're fucking growing the industry? What? When state law prohibits it, federal law prohibits it? It just fucking shows you how fucking corrupt this place is. You know, Andrews is an old, wise bird. You know, remember Frank Church? Wise old birds. Now look what I know. A guy fucking playing footsies in the bathroom at fucking, you know, Minnesota. I'm not gay. Mormon. I mean, what the fuck? You guys have all drank the Kool-Aid somehow. The gun's going to save you. Let's go kill a giraffe. Take a selfie with it. Yeah, she's from Idaho. What the fuck is the matter with you people? You know, my family's the salty earth up there, the ranchers up there. Ike's my fucking, you know, my grandmother's Ike's fucking last living grandchild. Yeah, that radical. Fuck, what, I mean, Andrews is the one who came up with the fucking logo that used to say, Idaho, where America used to be. It used to be fucking spectacular. You know, my family's from Lava Hot Springs, fucking multi-generation there. Fuck, look what they've done to that. I mean, he knows Andrews is a genius. He's a brilliant fucking guy. Remember when we used to have politicians with integrity in the Western United States? Scott Madison died of leukemia. You know? Andrews. How about Alan Simpson up in freaking Wyoming? He's a beautiful, logical man. I know him. He's still alive. You know, Bull Simpson? Yeah, that guy says, hey, this fucking death, you know, your false equivalency, you inflate your way out of it, your fucking house. In the meantime, they fucking, and the dollar has already been crushed. The dollar, you're not going to happen, could happen. You know, Trump says, oh, we'll turn into Greece. You wish you'd turn into Greece. We have this military fucking monster called nuclearism. Oh, Greece doesn't have that. We have a catastrophe here. Oh, Stephen Colbert, that fucking multi-gazillionaire false equivalency fucking piece of shit, goes on there and says, well, you know, well, why do we just have to pay? Just put a pencil through it. Because it's about the fucking middle class and the working class and the fucking mass of America. They've been destroyed. Why do you think you're getting up and going to work at 4:30? You know, you're having to make ends meet because they crushed your fucking dollar. They crushed your wealth. Destroyed it. You're not going to happen. This is a third world country. This is a debtor nation. You know how much money we pay on the fucking debt? All your money, all your taxation, all your wealth is going to the military industrialized complex to make these rats rich, to the fucking nuclear industry, to service the debt. You know, who's Hamilton? And then they fucking false equivalency with Jefferson Hamilton. Hamilton fucking believed in using debt when you had to for war. That's why we won World War II, because of his thesis. That he believed in no debt. The terror factor of 79 to pay the fucking debt off. He believed when you go and borrow, you do it fucking very quickly, and then you pay the fucker off. Got wars we won't pay off? You know, yeah, you're living in your house and you're big inflated value. Well, sell the fucking house. Okay. You still got to buy another fucking house. And then you got to pay property taxes on it. Fuck, they buried the fucking youth of this country. Destroyed them. They got no fucking shot. There's no job. They ship the jobs to China. Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, you fucking protectionist. Oh, you're going to slow up our markets. What do we export? What do we export? Nuclear waste. That's the only thing we export. Bombs. That's it. Look at the trade deficit since NAFTA was signed. It's out of control. Are you kidding me? I mean, slave-made fucking goods. Get your bang there. Let's have a whiteout at Utah State. You know, so you go buy more safeguard gear to make the NCAA more money. But these slaves run around there. Johnny, you're going to play in the NFL. Get your head back. No, you're not. Cinderella, you're going to fucking be the next fucking American Idol. No, you're not. This lottery, America. Oh, a guy hit the lottery for $300 million. Well, we fucking know it's proven over and over. People that hit lotteries like that usually end up fucking dead shortly. They don't know how to handle that kind of fucking wealth. Who the fuck would want it? Can you imagine that? I mean, wow. Everything that comes along that. Go ask the fucking, you know, ex-fucking NFL athlete. Go ask them about the clinger-ons, the lifestyle, the fucking gold-digging whores. Go ask them about all of it that fucking comes along with that. I mean, and then what they do, I mean, nonprofits, look what they've done to nonprofits. The NFL's a nonprofit. The nuclear cartel is so fucking out of control. And the wise old birds, you know, they said it. The wise old birds said it. When you baby boomers take the field, I'll be glad I'm fucking dead and gone. You fucking spoiled, pompous, arrogant little fuckers. Boy, did they call it. The generation that fucking killed the earth. As the Pacific Ocean's dying, they're trying to put little nuclear reactors all the west. Win, they call it. Don't you love how they use this language? Win. When it's lose, lose, lose. Fucking death for fucking profit. So fucking sad. Where do we go from here? I don't know. You know, I've recorded at least in history. You know, people are going to go back and be able to look at these videos and say, hey, there was a guy that fought. You know, he tried. You know, said to put a tariff fucking for 20 years. I've been saying that. It's the only answer. You know, Trump, that's the only thing he does know, but he's a phony. And by the way, he's handing the election to Hillary on a silver platter. Hillary's going to fucking win by so far. I mean, because the rigs are all jerry-rigged. She'll win the Democratic fucking thing because the Clinton machine, you know, it's all hand-picked shit. So, and what is Trump doing? Blowing up. I mean, the things he says are so fucking outrageous to the political process. Yeah, he's very logical in some fucking ways. You know, when he talks about tariffs, he talks about a lot of things. He's quite logical. But when he starts fucking inflaming the brown vote, think about the anti-woman. You know, I'm not a politician. You know, I'm not politically correct, but he is. All he's doing is violating the fucking voting populace, which they're a bunch of fucking sheep. We know that. And Hillary's going to be fucking crowned queen. You know, when Jeb Bush says, let's put fucking Margaret Thatcher on the 10, if that doesn't fucking confirm the globalist agenda, and I like how these fuckers, like I said, alternative media calling it New World Order, when it's Old World Order. It's neo-feudalism. The royals, they're back. It's not going to end pretty. It's not going to, and I'll tell you what, the guns, you're going to pull out your fucking guns and think it's going to be like fucking, what's that movie? No, it's not. You know, like I said, they're going to fucking declare martial law. Already did a long time ago. Put you in a FEMA camp, you're already in a FEMA camp. You put yourself in your FEMA camp, and you're paying a mortgage on it. And you're getting up at 4:30 in the fucking morning, going on by to fucking ruin your fucking debt. And they just keep raising property tax so these municipalities can hire more fucking police that do nothing to police you. You're in your FEMA camp. This is a police state. You can't do anything. You can't step out of line. You can't do anything. And the alternatives fed you buy a fucking gun. So you pull the gun, the cops are fucking called, they come fucking shoot you. It's fucking because it blows your head off. I mean, all they're going to do is get you killed. They're fucking burying gold. Gold was $1,900 4 years ago. You know, $1,100. Silver was fucking $47 4 years ago. Huh? $14? That's a bloodbath. You know, the stock market's going to crash. How's this? You know, the stock market's, like when I told you to get out, was 18,200. It's 16,200. Okay? Where does it? Look, because it's not American thumbprint. They're multinationals. There's nothing American about the United States stock market anymore. Nothing. They employ no one. They pay no fucking taxes here in the United States. They don't even live here, any of them. So what's American about it? What's thumbprint about it? It's a bunch of globalist fucking play toy to extort their fucking billions in fucking wealth. Look at, for instance, Amazon trading at fucking 500 times fucking forward earnings. They fucking raise their margins. They have no, I mean, they make no fucking money. They got no fucking wealth. Zero. Yet the stock's trading at $500 a share. It's a fucking scam. I mean, you take over these industries and you're non-profitable. Yet, well, there's the profits. These fuckers are becoming billionaires by fucking raping the fucking American dynamic. How can you have a company that's non-profit for fucking 20 years that takes out all these other companies that have to turn a profit to survive, and you don't turn a profit, and your stock's 500? What the fuck? You know, Apple, using these slaves in China where they execute people for being gay, and the CEO is gay. I mean, it's false equivalency to the 10 fucking power. Up is down, black is fucking white. Barack Obama's mom, named Stanley, where do you think he learned his arrogance from? From his grandfather. She dies of leukemia, he don't care. Mike Lee tells me my dad died, he don't care. Lisa Ling lies right to me. By the way, Lisa Ling's got that piece she's doing, I'm involved somewhat with that on the FLDS. You know, I told her straight up, well, if you're working on this piece, then you need to be in, you know, the FLDS is who all the prostitution is in Las Vegas. What it all is, it all comes down to these fucking corrupt fucking. And if you don't think the Mormon Church is corrupt, Warren Jeffs, when he was finally convicted, you know, I was married to one of those girls. I was married to an FDLCS girl. You know, my children are cousins with that fucking girl that fucking finally sent that piece of dog shit, rape artist piece of dog shit to prison. Do you know the Utah State Supreme Court, Mike Lee's brother, overturned his conviction? People don't know that. Did you know they fought his extradition to fucking Texas? Did you know they knew he had his charter school at Cottonwood and he was raping fucking kids for years? Utah knew it. The Mormon Church knew it. They did nothing. They did fucking nothing. They overturned his conviction. I mean, you heard those tapes? He's holding, I mean, the other women holding down little girls while he rapes them, raping his own children. You know, at least Lang got the interviews and exposed, you know, this. The Mormon Church protects those guys. They overturned his conviction. They blocked his extradition to Texas. They tried. You know, so I think Bush got right. He's like, fuck you. This is Texas. That fucking creep Jeff, fuck, he went to the wrong piece of real estate. That's one thing, Texas ain't fucking with that. They ain't dealing with that. By the way, that's another thing they've done to Texas. I actually like Texas a lot. You know, everybody thinks it's this red. No, it ain't. Texas is pretty amazing. It's kind of like was here. Still has a political process on both sides. They still fucking battle and they bang. You know, it's a pretty cool fucking place, actually. You know, so as far as the capital punishment, I don't even get into that fucking debate. There's plenty of people that deserve to be fucking whacked. Of course, they're probably not the ones that are getting whacked. You know, bring back the guillotine, Maximilian. These fucking cover-up fucking rats. This is so outrageous, but, you know, this is a big deal that he stood up and filed this suit. You know, because he's a real elder. You know, I'm waiting for a fucking call. I think maybe I just got it. I got so many issues going on right now. Fuck. You know, trying to fucking do all this. I mean, I don't know how I accomplish what I accomplish on a daily basis. Fucking no fucking money, no fucking support, nobody fucking nothing. Fucking trolls and rats going after me. I fucking think about it. Fucking, I've never been on such an island in my fucking life. Never in my life. At all fucking angles, everybody, everyone, and everything just fucking going at me. All day, every day. I mean, it's that, you know, I got big. It's kind of like fighting AML leukemia, huh? You know, and every time I get frustrated and I get down, I think, well, Kevin, you know, you were almost dead. All your friends died. You got a second chance. You're alive. You know, you get to spend time with your grandson, your grandchildren, you know, and it's a tough gig. Raising kids in this environment, it's tough, you know. Living a healthy life, living a happy life. You know, when I'm in Europe, you still see that people have a life. Huh. We don't have a life here. Step out of line, Johnny. We'll fucking shoot you. You know, go to work, fucking get a job, fucking, when there are no jobs. Pay fucking some outrageous fucking sum of rent. Buy a fucking, your FEMA camp. Buy a fucking death spiral fucking metal coffin called a car and just go back and forth. I mean, you drove? Sit in traffic for fucking hours. Don't walk, you'll get run over. Fuck walking around anywhere. Even here, it's so fucking dangerous. Fuck, you can't even walk. They'll fucking hit you with a car. I mean, you're up against so fucking much right here. The food changes to try to eat healthy, you know. Fuck. Good luck. I'm all over out there. I was out by the jetty and I noticed the other day, there's a farmer selling organic beef, like I showed you the organic same guy that's ranching out there with I showed you videos of the cattle drinking the fucking wastewater coming right out of the Energy Solutions dump site, the radioactive beef. Fucking showed it to you right there. Send it to KSL. Send it. They don't give a fuck. Shot the video of the crippled fucking horse when that's a felony. Broken leg. Fucking the rancher knows it. KSL puts it up and then pulls it back down. Says, oh, he's a high-ranking Mormon. So there's two sets of fucking rules. There's no fucking law in America. It's fucking, you know, popular opinion goes along with this because popular opinion thinks they're going to be the next Cinderella. They bought into the lottery America. 1 in a million. Oh, just like the cancer fucking after. Oh, look, yeah, I'm going to be like that. They come in the fucking hospital, I see it, and they'll think, well, yeah, they all died. I'm going to live. I'm going to win that lottery. I'm going to win the fucking, light my breath up, and I'm going to walk around my peak shirt, tell everybody how good luck with AML. It's sad, lottery America. Everybody's bought into it. You're not going to be the next Cinderella. You're not going to be the next Tom Brady. Who the fuck would want to be? You're not going to win the fucking lottery. You're most likely going to die of cancer. You know, and you're going to leave behind a fucking ravished fucking planet of nuclear waste stuffed in every nook cranny fucking that's going to fucking affect the DNA of every living thing for fucking billions of years. That's what your fucking thumbprint, that's what your fucking life's going to represent. That's who you're going to be as the baby boomer. That's going to be your thumbprint in life. You know, if life is a test and your souls go on, wow. I believe that all these fuckers are going to be sucked into a black hole, their souls, for time and eternity. You know, and life perpetuates, it goes on, Einstein. You know, the human body's made of electrical energy. You know, he proved that energy never ceases to exist. Where does it go? I don't know. But we're going to find out, you know, some sooner than others, and maybe they really do take the good. You know, a lot of my good friends, amazing good friends, died of leukemia in 2011, 2012, 2013. You know, a lot of the people I've been around sure were the good. You know, sorry about I've got so many issues going on. I mean, I'm juggling so many fucking things right now. You know, I don't know how the fuck I'm doing it. I really fucking am overwhelmed. I am absolutely overwhelmed. My website's gone now. I mean, anybody who's participated and helped me, they've all fucking abandoned ship and ran. You know, they jumped the fucking ship. I'm out on the plank. They got the guns fucking at my head. They've made me walk the plank. You know, I'm out on the fucking edge of the fucking plank. But I'm a good swimmer. Hopefully they don't shoot me in the fucking head, you know. I get death threats daily, by the way. I want you people to know I get death threats. And when I was in Europe, they piled on. I knew that I wouldn't be able to guard my safe, protect them. So what people do is they lie. I mean, I got a call from one of my so-called friends, and he says, hey, you know, do you know this so-and-so? He says he talks to you. You used to be friends, and now you're friend. Well, I have no fucking clue who these people are. So they masquerade as people. They identity theft. They lie about me. They do everything and then say they know this, and then everybody just goes along. I mean, come on. Yeah, if you haven't seen my activism by now, what I am and who I am, then what the fuck? I mean, what's the matter with you? You know, you're not going to be the next Helen Caldecott. Who the fuck wants to be? This is a fucking war. This is fighting for our life. This is life. And if you don't believe that the strong activism is life and overcoming and the struggle is life, you know, you don't know Freedom Eisenblau. You know, she had a long talk with me. Helped me out a lot. Long talk with me. You know, she's intense. She's 88. She should have died a long time ago, too. She didn't. She's intense. Oh, my God, is she intense. You ought to hear her go off about the nuclear industry. She's worse than me. She's a celebrity over there. She's famous because they're not popism over there. You know, they believe in their life, living their fucking life. They believe everybody should fucking have a happy life. They don't believe that it should be a fucking lottery in the 1%. That's what we are here. The generation that killed the fucking planet. You know, the planet going to go on, of course. You know, George Carlin says it well. He says he's going to shake you fuckers off like fleas. Yeah, but it's going to be mutated. It's going to be very fucking different. You know, the Pacific Ocean dying dramatically. What's going to happen? I don't know. You know, but it sure is sad what's already happened. You know, what's going to happen? What has happened? You know, you bought into these fucking globalist rats and their free market fairy tales and their nuclearism and their fucking pollute the earth for profit. It isn't going to affect anything. Pacific Ocean's fucking dying. You're still go take a fucking, you know, dress up like a cartoon character on Pismo. You'll get tattoos, fucking, you know, ride your motorcycle or drink your fucking Bud Light of Wrath. Want to take a fucking selfie of a dead fuck them bird, just shoot them, watch them die. Why? Why? In this day and age, we're still fucking hunting like that, with these rifles that shoot honey, with these vehicles cutting more roads, going through, helicoptering in. Fucking animals don't have a chance. It's extinct them all, which we're doing. You know, right here in my lifetime, right here where I'm at in my lifetime, I've watched the jackrabbits go extinct. I've watched the screeching frogs go extinct. I mean, I've watched so many. I've watched the mule deer disappear. I've watched the elk disappear. You know, they've had to take to the highlands. I've watched so many animals go extinct right here. The tundras are gone. The blue lands. You know, sorry about all this. I'm glad the show is still going. You know, and at least I can record history. Headed to Idaho right now. I'm gonna head up there. So I live close, about less than an hour drive. So see what I can handle. I got some media exposed. We're gonna heck up. You know, this war goes on. I'm not gonna give up. Very frustrated, and I'm very fucking frustrated. But I'll hang in there.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Twin gate.